Oakley dokley, beer aficionados. Here we are. This is Moose Light. This is the light version of Moosehead. Their regular lager. Of course, other people might know them as making Alpine as well. Moose Light. At Moosehead, we believe our independence is our greatest strength, allowing us to brew quality beer without compromise, the way we always have since 1867. Yeah, just take a quick look at something. Yeah, it's a very similar pledge as what's on their Alpine cans. Moosehead Light comes in at about 4.0 ABV. It's a light lager. It's become more famous lately as the one that they've iterated on to make beers such as Moose Light Ginger. Their lime beer wasn't too bad. Last year's now discontinued blackberry was pretty decent. I can't say I was a really huge fan of that one, but lime is definitely Moose Light Lime is definitely my go-to beer as far as the summer heat. I did like the taste of that one. Many people might squall at or balk at that. Anyway, this one is Moose Light. This is just their basic light beer. It's been around for ages. It's based... Moosehead is the brewery in St. John, New Brunswick, from where I'm from. It's union made, blah, 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 blah. I could go into more detail. But if you're watching this, chances are you already know the spiel. So, without further ado, let's give it a pour into my cold filtered light glass, another Moosehead beer, and see how it looks. It's got surprisingly more head than I thought it would be, but it might be an aggressive pour. Appearances wise, it's got some nice, actually fine, coarse to fine bubbles. Lots of soda pop kind of carbonation coming out of that as well. Color wise, it's a faint, like an almost clear yellow kind of color. That it's very clear. Probably a little bit darker than some other light beers, but it's pretty decent. Yeah, let's give it a sniff. You almost get a very faint hint of like copper, like metallic coin, but mind you, it's very faint. There's almost no smell at all to that. You really almost have to stick your nose into it and then snuff some of the head up your nose in order to really get any kind of scent at all. Almost a hint of must to that kind of that smell. Yeah. Not really. It's got a decent appearance, but not really high marks as far as the smell goes. It's almost got like a soda water, like club soda kind of smell to it, but it's not very strong. Neither note is coming out very strong at all. They're all faint and very far in the background. Yeah, as you can see, that head's died off to about a little over a finger now, and it's taking on almost like a cream kind of appearance, where it's still sitting in the top of the glass in almost like a lumpy style. Head's impressive. Looks like it's going to lace down the glass pretty decently too, and that's actually quite impressive for a light beer. Doesn't smell too bad, doesn't look too bad. Again, very faint smell. Let's give it a taste. There's a very faint metallic taste in the back. There's almost a bready quality to the back of the throat. It's very watery. There's almost no taste to speak of at all. Yeah, for the most part, it comes off as tasting kind of like club soda. Yeah, it's not a displeasing beer per se. It's not like one that tastes like crap, like Rolling Rock or something. It does have some decent taste for what you can make out of it. For the most part, it's a very light, very light, refreshing beer that would probably be good on a summer's day, but nowhere else. It's very light, and it tastes like soda water. There's almost very little to almost no beer taste at all. Yeah. It almost comes across as being a little bit bitter, but it's just because of that soda water taste in the back of the throat. There's almost no taste at all to this. That's a big disappointment. I mean, it looks nice. It looks very nice. But there's no smell and there's no taste. Yeah, you know what? It's good. Good on you if you like it, but I wouldn't call this one of my favorites. Moosehead's Lager's a lot more flavorful to this, and Alpine's a lot better than this as well. There's much more refreshing beers out there for light beers than this one, as far as taste goes. If you don't care about that, then all the power to you. But for me, I like to have a little flavor in my beer. I'd have to give this one a 2 out of 5. It's not bad. It's drinkable. I'll give it better marks for that, but it's not exactly what I would call a good beer. 2 out of 5.